do like to do these types of programs for the community, for nonprofits and for government agencies. And we're very happy to be bringing you today the Taiwanese Community Association, so we can discuss lots of important issues for the community. So we also have other programs that go on at the library, and I do want to introduce you to some of our programs over here. We have a schedule for everything for the month. That will be right over here if anybody needs it. I want to go through some of the things that we do have in ongoing programs. We have computer help, that you can come on Saturdays and get help with learning your iPads, your electronic devices. We have ebook help that you can learn how to download to your Kindle and your devices at home. We have Lawyers in the Library, that's once a month program that you can come and learn about any legal matters you have. You have 15 minutes to meet with a lawyer. On November 6th, I'm going to be having a senior ceramic painting program, but that is only for like 40 and above, so you don't have to be a senior. Everybody can come and participate. On November 18th and December 16th, we have a intergenerational program, and it's called Rewire to Inspire. And what we're doing is we're bringing the older generation and the younger generation all the way down to about 7 years old and up above 55. And they're talking about the issues when they were children, and they're getting together and learning, because some of the problems that we're having right now is like the oral communication between the generations and following through on some of the traditions. And the kids these days are not quite getting all that information. So we have some devices like cassette players and cassettes and reel-to-reel, and we're showing the kids that generations were different. We're discussing how, like, when I went to college, I'm in my 50s, when I went to college we had to type for the teachers, and if you made 5 mistakes on a page, you had to throw that page out and start again. Now they've got word check and spell check. I'm telling my daughter, who's in college now, you've got it so easy, because after I made 3 mistakes, it was 1 finger at a time to be sure not to make any more. So they're losing some, like, they don't know what carbon paper is. It's really funny. A lot of kids don't even know how to address a return envelope to somebody or to send a thank you note, because all they do is type on their phone and send it. So this is a really neat program to bring the generations together and try to pass on some of those things that we think are common courtesy but are being lost in translation here. So also on December 7th, I'll be hosting a identity theft program for seniors, if you'd like to come to that. I have a card embossing art program coming up on December 7th. The library does work with nonprofits. If you do have some ideas or anything that you would like for a program here, I'm doing outreach to the older communities around here, Brookdale and Carlton Plaza, and I do that as part of my program. And I'm also trying to get together. Fremont is trying to become a healthy aging society, so we're working toward becoming a city that honors aging in general. So they want me on that board, so I might be joining that too. So if you do call my number and you don't reach me, just leave me a message and I will get right back to you. I will be leaving some of my cards here. We all have the same types of emails, so if you do find a librarian that you're really partial to, it's the first letter of their name. I'm Barbara, so I'm B. It's my last name, Hamzy, and then it's at aclibrary.org. So we have a librarian here that speaks Mandarin and Cantonese named Julan, so you can reach her by the same email. So just use these cards and come by, or you can always give us some information here at the desk. We're always looking for programs. This is a great opportunity to bring you fantastic information, and I hope you really enjoy the program. So welcome, and thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Ken Pianin. I work for the City of Fremont in the Environmental Services Division.
这位先生他是 Ken Pianin， 那他是在市政府的环境保护的部门工作。
And we are a division at the City of Fremont that has responsibility for recycling programs and solid waste management programs, along with pollution prevention programs that essentially involve stormwater and keeping the streets clean of litter and pollutants that can go down the drain.
那他们环境保护部门他们所做的工作，第一个是资源回收，再来是废弃物的回收，然后就是保护环境，那包括说街道的清洁，还有垃圾的清理。
So because we have a small group today, I think all of you will have to be ambassadors to take this information out to those who weren't able to get here today.
今天我们既然我们的聚集的人比较少，那我就期待大家都能够把今天学到的资讯能够分享出去。
I will share some information about Fremont's recycling programs and how citizens in Fremont can manage some of their special wastes. And then I'll take time and answer your questions if you have any about the city's programs.
我今天会花多一点时间讲到是资源的回收，然后也会讲到一些废弃物的回收，然后我也会预留一些时间给大家提问题。
So my area at the city involves garbage and recycling programs primarily.
我所负责的最主要的就是垃圾的处理以及回收。
We have an entire infrastructure that involves collection and processing and ultimately landfill disposal for the waste generated in Fremont.
那我们的回收这整个呢，我们有包括一个就是收集，然后再来分类，然后再来就是垃圾掩埋。
Fortunately, many materials are recycled or composted rather than landfilled, which is the least desirable alternative for many reasons.
那现在我们很感谢，就是说我们大部分收集来的垃圾是可以被自然分解，然后有一部分再去回收然后最终的才去掩埋。
So a typical program for Fremont homes, single-family homes, involves the three containers that are collected at the curb.
在Fremont 这个城市如果是独立住屋的话我们有分3个不同的垃圾收集桶。
So we have traditional recycling, organics, which is yard trimmings and food scraps, and then trash that goes for disposal.
那我们呢这3个垃圾收集桶呢，一个就是说最传统的回收，然后一个呢就是包括可以自然分解的，包括园艺方面或者是你的厨余，然后再来就是说直接是可以送到掩埋场去掩埋的。
We also collect motor oil at the curbside for homes that are doing their own auto maintenance and changing their oil.
那如果有的人自己在自己的住家换机油，车子的黑油的话，那如果你放在就是路边，他们来收集垃圾的时候，他们也会帮你把它处理掉。
And with this service, households also receive 2 big pickups per year for large items that don't fit in the trash, like a refrigerator or perhaps an old barbecue or bicycle, something like that.
那一年呢，每一个住家都可以享受2次免费的大型物件的收取，就是包括大型的家具，甚至是冰箱或者是脚踏车等等。
So the goal is to recycle and compost as much material as possible because there are state and county regulations that make it very important to do so.
那我们最主要的目标，我们就是希望说能够尽量做到回收，或者是能够让它自然分解，因为我们要配合县政府跟州政府的条件。
The garbage company will come every week to collect what you put out in the curb or take out to your bins, but it's up to every household to make sure that they're participating.
虽然垃圾公司他们每一个星期都到家里来收集垃圾，但是呢，最主要是需要住户的配合，说他们怎么样去事先分类好。
In Fremont, like most cities, we have a chance to recycle a lot of material that are very traditional. Paper, bottles, cans, cardboard, and plastic, all are easily recycled in Fremont's program.
那在Fremont 这个城市里面呢，我们有最传统的回收，那就是包括纸张、纸箱或者是瓶瓶罐罐这些东西。
As long as the materials are on the list of acceptable, it's okay to put it in the green bin, but in the recycling bin, the gray bin. But it's very important that we don't add garbage into this container or the whole program suffers.
那如果只要是在这个清单上面有条例出来的东西，都回收的东西都可以放到这个灰色的桶子里面，但是我们不鼓励也不期望有住户把垃圾丢到这个灰色的桶子里。
If you have a large household and you have more recycling than fits in your container, you can request a larger one at no charge from the garbage company.
那如果说住家本身常常会回收到一些纸张或者是其他可以回收的东西，你可以打电话给垃圾公司，要求大型的回收桶是没有额外加钱的。
In Fremont, we can recycle plastic bags, but they must be bundled. They must be stuffed inside of one bag to make a larger blob, not loose, or they fly away and cause litter and cause problems at the recycling center.
那如果特别是在 Fremont， 我们还可以回收的就是塑胶袋，但是呢，我们并不期待说把每一个塑胶袋就随便扔在桶子里面，我们期待大家把塑胶袋都折叠好、塞好，然后一整坨，免得它随风飘散，然后他们还要到处去追这些塑胶袋。
We also have green bins, like this container here, that originally was for yard waste, but now it's also for food scraps.
我们还有一个绿色的回收桶，那当初设计这个绿色的时候，都是为了说，大家的园艺除了草剪了树放进去的，但是现在我们也开始用绿色的回收桶来回收厨余。
Food scraps are a large component of what is currently in the garbage, and it's a resource that we should try and reuse through composting rather than landfilling.
因为在过去我们发现厨余或者是不吃的食物，剩下的食物很大部分都是丢在普通的垃圾里面。那这些其实是可以自然有机分解的，所以我们就决定把它放在绿色的回收桶里。
In the landfill, food waste is a real problem. It tends to give off gases as it decomposes that contribute to climate change. The methane it produces is a potent greenhouse gas. That's why composting is so important.
因为我们发现这些厨余或者是不要的食物，当它们在分解的时候会产生这些气体，那会在这些垃圾掩埋场反而造成空气的污染，所以我们就决定把它放在这个自然分解的地方。
These pails are available to households that are participating in the compost program. They are free of charge.
那同样的，这个小桶子呢也是免费的。如果你要收集厨余的话，是可以跟他们要求，他们会免费提供的。
Therefore, very typical food scraps, vegetable, fruit,